So what is prayer really all about? A lot of people think, the usual. It's just giving out some words and somebody up there listens to them, thinks, okay, I'll give you what you want, ta-da-da. You get your prayers, quote, answered. That's not the way I look at it. I think prayer is far more a state of being than just throwing out some words. And what I mean by that is when you come to a place of prayer, it's usually in a state of crisis, right? Where things aren't working in your life. You realize, oh man, this is really screwed up. My life isn't working. I need help. I need some kind of insight. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go or how to handle this. I need strength, empowerment to cope with this situation, right? So when you come into a state of prayer, what happens? You are coming into a state of need and inviting, calling out to something bigger than you, something more than you, the universe, God, something, a higher intelligence out there that can come in and bring you something that you do not have. New insight, new empowerment, encouragement, strength, whatever it is. Right? And so what's happening here is a number of things. First of all, your old sense of self and your old life is hitting a dead end. It's hitting a wall. It's shown to be too small and it's not working. So it needs to be busted open, exploded, deconstructed, all right? It's like, hey man, get rid of the old. And that's why there's often this dark night of the soul gig in spiritual traditions. It's a very painful journey often of deconstructing everything. Your whole sense of self, your whole life gets all stripped down to nothing, to zero. But then it gets rebuilt. There's a reconstruction and the birthing of the new, the resurrection, right, takes place. And so this is what you're doing in prayer, is you're inviting both the busting out, the bust down and deconstruction, as well as then the reconstruction to take place. And what's going to happen is what gets reconstructed is then a bigger you, a bigger life, an expansion, a growth that's happened. But there's a price. It takes a lot of courage. Why? Because the truth is going to come in. You're going to start seeing where you've been weak, where things have been flawed, where things aren't working, and that always hurts, all right? That's often stuff we don't like. We don't like to see it. And that's why we always want to stay in our old selves and old lives and these old structures, because we just don't want to change. We don't want to face the truth about a lot of things. But you need to. All right. So this is a key thing on the spiritual path. You have to be first and foremost a truth seeker, that you will want the truth, invite the truth, call for the truth, hunger for the truth, and embrace the truth, however it comes to you, no matter what the price, no matter how much it might hurt. That your number one commitment and value is to truth, to what is authentic, real, with integrity. Right? You are committed to, finding truth, getting the truth, embracing the truth, and living in truth. And so that goes hand in hand with prayer, because prayer then becomes the vehicle of where you're calling out for truth to come to you. And it's also then the means that that truth then can come to you. And the truth will set you free. And those who seek, they shall find. And so prayer, in my mind, is fundamental to the human journey, and it involves humility, surrender, right? It busts open this little ego time and time again, and will expand your sense of reality, of life, of self, of wisdom, of heart, of being. At every level, there will simply be expansion if you take on the path of authentic prayer.